Hello and welcome back to another Heroclix live stream. I'm your host, as always, Mr. Clicks. Mr. Clicks Flicks is sponsored by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for all your gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Today's Heroclix live stream, we are going to be covering the 12 Avengers Infinity Previews that we did not do the other day, that I chose not to cover because we were doing Everyday April. We were in the middle of that. I worked pretty hard on all those videos, so I wanted to get those out to you. And before we get that going, I do run a Patreon page where I do monthly giveaways. So we're going to go ahead and do the live drawing for that. Sometimes I set those videos, I just post something for the people on Patreon. Sometimes I draw them live here. But anyway, this month there wasn't much going on in Heroclix land, so I actually decided to go with some other comic book stuff. We are doing these mini-mates. They look pretty cool. I thought some of the Patreon supporters might like them. And for as little as $1, you can get in on the Patreon giveaways. And there's also some cool stuff over there. I plan on doing a lot more cool stuff soon, and I have some very big plans for over the summer. We're coming up on the 5-year anniversary of Mr. Clicks Flicks. I know I was as surprised as anybody to find out that it had been nearly 5 years. So some really big things I have in the works, where you guys are going to be getting a lot more bang for your buck. But for right now, that's what we're giving away this month. So feel free to share this live stream wherever you think people might want to see it. It's always grateful when people do that for me. And other than that, so let's go ahead and we'll get this flipped around here so that you guys can see my screen. And now we're going to go ahead and go to random.org. Currently I have, wrong thing. Currently I have 7 Patreon supporters. Here they are right here. And I did a random number generator using random.org, 1 through 7. What I always do is I hit it 3 times, the generate button, and whoever comes up on the 3rd time is who ends up winning. So let's go ahead. We're going to get this rolling. 1st time, 2nd time, 3rd time. Man, this thing really likes 7. Alright, and that would be Marcelo Lara Jr. And I'm sorry if I said that wrong. You are the winner of the Mighty Mates, so very cool for you. Let's go ahead and get this flip back around. So you are the winner of this. So go ahead and send me a message. I'll send you a message on Patreon, obviously. Ship this to you, to your address, just for something to enjoy. I thought it'd be something pretty cool for on a desk or whatever. I always enjoy little knickknacks like that, so I thought you guys might also. Let's see here. Yeah, so we have, like I said, Avengers Infinity previews. If you guys are excited for this set, hit that number 3 button for respect. I'm super excited for this set. The character selection I'm not so sure about, although some of them I'm pretty hyped for. But just the overall power of some of these figures I'm really hyped for, and getting the Colossals in regular boosters I think sets a good precedent to open us up for other things. Not that we're necessarily going to get it, but a while ago I did a top 10 Heroclix sets I'd like to see. One of them was Transformers, and I had postulated having a super booster brick, something like this, so you could have, a larger pack like this, and one of the boosters would be like Soundwave with like 5 cassette tapes. How awesome would that be? Like Soundwave with like 3 or 5 cassette tapes. Maybe Devastator with all the other smaller Constructicons, stuff like that. Maybe a Gundam a Mobile Suit Gundam with a pilot and a couple other little things, some special objects. I really think it sets a cool precedent. I'm excited to see where it goes. I think it if this set takes off and they see that people are willing to pay a little bit more for something unique, I don't want to see them do it all the time, obviously, but if a correct property rolls around, I will get just as excited about it as anybody. All right, so that's enough of me just blathering on to you guys. We're gonna go ahead and get started with this. We're gonna talk about the first preview I have, which is Terminator. From this set, he is number 31B. He is a Space Knight. He is 60 points. Has the Space Knight armor, cosmic, robot, and ruler keyword. Has that Galadarian reactive armor trait that all of the Space Knights seem to have, which is toughness, invulnerability, but only when targeted by a ranged attack. Galadorian Phalanx is a special on his defense, which is when Terminator is adjacent to one or more friendly characters with the Space Knight keyword, modified defensive value +1. They all have that same special defensive power, which makes what I would say fairly blasé defensive stats actually pretty decent. Then he has a special on his damage, which is a Prince Amongst Knights leadership. Once per turn, when a friendly character hits an opposing character with an attack after resolution, you may roll a d6. 5 through 6, remove an action token from that character. 3 through 4, remove an action token from that character if it has the Space Knights keyword. So if you have this guy on a theme team, you get a 3 through 6 leadership roll, which is 66%. I mean, that's good. Like I said, he's 60 points, has a 5 range single target. Starts off with the flight ability, 10 movement, phasing, teleport, 10 attack, psychic blast, 17 defense with that special, 3 damage with that special. This guy's a must if you're running the Space Knights. Overall, have not been impressed with the Space Knights in general. It's just they don't feel primey to me. They feel almost like they're overcosted, even if they were a regular figure. So I know that's gonna upset a lot of people, but that's just how it is. They don't even feel like they're good for Prime, let alone or they don't even feel like they're good for a regular figure, let alone a Prime. But the next one we're going to go ahead and talk about here is going to be Adam Warlock. But last video we talked about the chase figure, I believe, whereas this time we are talking about the super rare. And he is 125 points, has the Power Cosmic Team ability, and he's number 38, he's super rare. Has the Infinity Watch and Cosmic keywords. Has a trait, which is Soul Gem chooses its barrier, Steal Energy with close or ranged attacks. When Adam Warlock is KO'd by an opposing attack, choose a friendly character. For the rest of the game, that character can use Steal Energy. That's awesome. Next, we have... maybe I did already talk about this guy. Well, we'll talk about him again because he's actually pretty good. He has this special on his attack called Karmic Blast, Penetrating Psychic Blast. When Adam Warlock uses it and hits, give the hit character a Karma token. When an opposing character with a Karma token makes an attack, after resolution, remove all Karma tokens from its card and deal it penetrating damage equal to the number of tokens removed. That's pretty good. He has that on his first 3 clicks. Feedback damage is always good. Then he has a special on his damage called Outside of Eternity, Chaos, and Order. Outwit, free, choose a target opposing character within range and line of fire. Next turn, that character can't use Protected Outwit, and its powers lose protected outwit. So all these characters with Pyrocosmic Team ability in this set basically lose the, I would say, the money part of that, which is the protected outwit. Other than that, starts off with a reasonably respectable 6 range single target, 8 movement with sidestep and flight ability, 11 attack with that special, 18 defense with toughness, 4 damage with leadership. That 18 damage with toughness seems a little squishy. He is 7 clicks long with 2 clicks of regen, but you have to keep in mind he has steel energy for his entire dial, so you're going to be healing back up. I think he's good. I hope I pull one. And while we're talking about these, if you guys see a figure you really like, go ahead and put that in the live chat. I'd love to see your thoughts on them. Or, you know, if you're watching this on playback, go ahead and post a comment. I'd like to see you guys' opinions on some of these figures. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and talk about is Quasar, but this is the chase version of that figure. He is overall, I think he's pretty decent. We're going to take a look at him. Starts off with 100 points, Pyrocosmic Team ability, Avengers Shield, and Cosmic Keywords, number 50 in the set. I like the sculpt on this one. I like most of these chase sculpts. I think they're pretty cool, actually. But anyway, he has a couple of traits. First one is Cosmic Entity. Quasar can't be the target of an attack with more than one target. That's pretty good. 6 Virtue of Life, Courage, Flurry. Once per turn, when Quasar's attack roll is a 6, turn this 1/1. This turn 1/1 is not a critical miss, and whenever a friendly character critical hits, increase the damage dealt by 2 instead of 1. So if you're hit and the attack roll has a 6 in it, you can't crit miss the rest of the turn, and if you do crit hit with somebody else, it deals 2 extra instead of 1 extra. That's flat out awesome. Then he has special on his defense, which all these chases have. Life's Last Hope, Stop, Mastermind. Has him on his last 2 clicks, which are click 5 and 6. Then he has a special on his damage, which is I can contact Eternity. Free, place adjacent a friendly character that can use the Power Cosmic Team ability that has not been given an action this turn. That character can't be given actions until your next turn. That is phenomenal. The ability to place somebody with the Power Cosmic Team ability adjacent to him. Now, before this set, I would have said, it's okay, not great. Because, you know, people with Power Cosmic Team ability were pretty expensive. But in this set, it's like, they're giving it to like 20-point characters. So, this is actually really powerful ability within this set. And I think the competitive scene going forward. So, this is actually pretty good. And he has that on his first 2 clicks. He has an 8 range single target, which is pretty good. 12 movement with phasing teleport and the flight ability. 12 attack with TK. 18 defense with super senses. 3 damage with that special. I like him a lot. I hope I pull him. Pretty much all these chases, outside of 1 or 2, I would be really happy with pulling. And even the 1 or 2 that I'm not super excited about, I wouldn't, you know, turn my nose up at. But it's like a lot of people are complaining about these chases because basically all the stats are the same. Power sets are basically the same. Which I get. But I like the design of them from a competitive standpoint. So. Next figure we're going to go ahead and take a look at is Red Hulk. He is number G014 in the set. Has 3 different point lines, 200, 175, and 100. Looks like it's an alternate sculpt of the Uncommon Hulk. He has a trait which is Mass Destruction, Super Strength. When Red Hulk is given a move action after resolution, destroy all adjacent pieces of blocking terrain. Then use Quake at no cost. So I don't know. I like. Are they trying to get rid of barrier? I don't. Anyway, it's good. That's a good trait. So that's the only thing on his dial. I would say relatively not terrific attack lines, but overall not a bad figure. Especially when you consider that you're getting a free Quake. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Obviously, he has a 0 range. He has a 10 movement with leap climb, 10 attack with nothing on it. At 200 points, he has 18 defense with invincible and indomitability, 3 damage with close combat expert and colossal symbol. Then at 175 has a 10 movement with leap climb, 10 attack, 18 defense with impervious, 3 damage with close combat expert. And at 100 points, he has a 10 movement with leap climb, 10 attack, 18 defense with invulnerability, 3 damage with close combat expert. And for 100 points, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clicks. So obviously, anybody that watches the channel knows that I'm going to go after that 9 clicks for 100 points if I'm looking to build a team with this guy. I could see some people maybe trying something with him. I don't know that I'm that some people, but he's good. I like him. Like I said, not terribly high attack stats, but you're getting free attacks. You're breaking up blocking terrain for free. So I do like him. All right, next one is another colossal figure. This time it is Sentry 451. I'm sorry, 459. The card's right in front of me, and I can't even read it. He is number G013. And he has the Kree, Cosmic, and Robot keywords. He has 350, 225, and 150 point starting lines. Has a couple traits and a couple specials on his defense. And they are isolate your genetics for study. At the beginning of the game, choose a named keyword. When Sentry 459 hits a character with that keyword, this turn Sentry 459 is not dealt damage from using Colossal Stamina. So that's pretty good if you're playing against theme teams. Then he has his other trait, which is Kree Supremacy Leadership, but only if another character with the Kree and Robot keywords is on your force. Other friendly characters with the Kree keywords have free. Move a friendly character named Sentry 4591 square. So that's pretty good. Then he has a special on his attack called Mass Destruction. Super Strength. When Sentry 459 is given a move action after resolution, destroy all adjacent pieces of blocking terrain. Then it can use Quake at no cost. That's awesome, just like it is on everything else. Then he has a special on his defense called Self-Repair. Energy Shield, Deflection, Toughness, and Regeneration. So pretty decent there. So at the 350 point line, you start off with an 8 range dual target, 12 attack with running shot and the flight ability, 12 attack with energy explosion, 18 defense with invincible and indomitability, 5 damage without wit. At 225 you have charge with an 11 attack, 12 with that special, 18 defense with impervious, 4 damage with exploit weakness. And at 150 you have a 10 movement with sidestep, 12 attack with that special, 18 defense with invulnerability, 4 damage with perplex. Overall, again, I like this one. I like Kree a lot, just to begin with, so that's just going to be something that I'm going to probably try to get. He's probably going to be fairly inexpensive, so I don't know how I'm going to feel like if I pull him, but I'll definitely be happy to trade somebody for him. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and take a look at is the Shield Flying Car. This one is number G002. Has the shield, spy, and vehicle keywords. Has 3 different point lines, 140 and 5 points. Has a special on its defense, which is, I guess this is where we get off. Stop when this click is revealed. KO shield flying car, but leave it in its square. Don't generate the object. Turn shield flying car to click number 14. It is now special terrain. So at 100 points, you get a 0 range with 10 movement and sidestep with flight ability, 0 attack, 17 defense with invulnerability, 0 damage. Then at 40 points, you get a 9 movement with sidestep, 0 attack, 17 defense with invulnerability, and 0 damage. Overall, not bad. And then at 5 points, you get the terrain dial. Overall, I think not terrible. I know a lot of people really like those terrains and stuff like that, so I'm pretty sure that they will be happy and or excited. So anyway, so let's go ahead and check out some other stuff. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at another chase figure. This time it is Star Fox, which is Thanos' brother, I believe. So let me see here. Where is... There it is on my end. Alright, so he is 80 points, has the Pyrocosmic Team ability, Avengers, Eternals, and Cosmic keywords. So he will be able to be used with your Unimind. He has that Cosmic Entity trait that they all have. I'm not reading it anymore. Number 48 in the set. Has another trait, which is the 4th virtue of life, Passion, Flurry. Once per turn, when Star Fox's attack roll has a 4. After resolution, heal each friendly character 1 click if they are adjacent to another friendly character. That's not bad. You know, healing 1 click if you're adjacent to a friendly character. If he rolled a 4 and his attack roll is awesome. Then he has that same special on his defense that they all have, which is Life's Last Hope, Stop, Mastermind. He has that on his last click, which is click 5. Then he has a special on his damage, which is I appreciate the desire to improve the flow of energy, Perplex, but only to modify a value other than damage +2. So a +2 Perplex is pretty good. I could see, you know, why you would want him with maybe a, you know, run him with Unimind or any other Eternal or Avenger or Cosmic. Plus, what I'm getting at is +2 Perplex is always good. So he has a 8 range single target, 12 movement with phasing and the flight ability, 12 attack, 18 defense with super senses, and 3 damage with that special. Overall, he's not bad. I do like him. So now that we covered the chase, we might as well cover the standard version of Star Fox. He is number 27 in the set. He's 60 points, has the Avengers team ability, has the Avengers and Eternals keyword, so again, can work with Unimind. Has the Avengers Infinity trait. When Star Fox attacks only characters of 100 points or more, you may choose to modify attack or damage +1. So that's pretty good. Then he has another trait, which is, you don't want to do this, Mind Control. When Star Fox uses it after resolution, give a hit character a pheromone token, removing it from anywhere else. A character with pheromone token can't make an attack unless it began its turn with no action tokens. When a character with pheromone token is attacked, remove the pheromone token. So he gets perma Mind Control, which is awesome. Then he makes it so that if they have an action token, basically they can't attack anybody until they clear. So if timed right, that's actually a pretty powerful ability. Then he has a special on his damage, which is Calm Down. Isn't that better? Perplex, but only to negatively modify a combat value. So the other one did +2 Perplex for anything but damage. This one can only negatively modify. Has no range. Has an 8 movement with Force Blast and a flight ability. Then he has a 9 attack, 17 defense with super senses, and 2 damage with that special. Again, you can get that if you're trying for the mind control, you can get that 9 up to 10 fairly easily. Overall, I like him. He's not a terrible rare. Pretty finessey. It's going to take the right person to want to use him. But, you know, I would consider him usable. So the next one we're going to talk about is another Space Knight called Starshine. This is number 41B in the set. She's a super rare. Comes in 100 points. Has improved targeting, ignores hindering and characters. Has that Galadarian reactive armor trait, toughness, invulnerability, but only when targeted by ranged attacks. She has a special on her movement called Interstellar Transportation, phasing teleport, passenger 3 that may carry flight, that may carry wing symbol if that character has Space Knight keyword. So she's the transporter for the Space Knights, which is pretty good. Has that Galadarian Phalanx special on her defense that they all have. So she actually has a 19 defense, which is pretty respectable. Then she has a special on her damage, which is the Living Light. Range Combat Expert. When Starshine uses it, characters can't use Shape Change. Hit characters can't use Shape Change or Stealth this turn. She's just awesome. Has an 8 range, single target, 12 movement with that special, 11 attack with Psychic Blast, 18 defense with that special, and Indomitability, 3 damage with the special. For 100 points, she's a nice, tidy little package. This is probably my favorite one out of all of them. I will not seek to complete the set. If I pull her, I will probably trade her, but out of all of them, she's definitely the best one. So next one we're going to take a look at here is Supremor. This is another Kree keyworded figure, so I'm excited about him. Comes in at 200 and 100 points. Has the Kree robot and ruler keyword. Has one trait, which is the ultimate Kree. Wants other friendly characters with the Kree keyword. Other friendly characters with the Kree keyword within 3 squares modify attack +1. Opposing characters without the Kree keyword within 3 squares modify defense -1. So if he's on a Kree keyworded theme team, you know, basically everybody around him is getting +1 attack, and if your opponent doesn't have any Kree keyworded people, they're getting -1 defense. So it's basically a +2 in your favor. Then he has a special on his attack called Galactic Storm Evolutionary Nega Bomb, which is Pulse Wave. When Supremor uses it, increase the damage dealt to hit opposing characters by +1. Unique modifier. Friendly characters hit by this use of Pulse Wave modify their combat values +1 for the rest of the game, even if it is lost. So that is pretty awesome. You know, it's never fun to hit your own characters with Pulse Wave. However, depending on where you're at in the game, it might actually be worth it for +1 to your stats for the rest of the game. Now, I'm not sure. Well, it says unique modifier, so it's definitely you just get it once. It's not because he has that special on his last 2 clicks. So I was going to say, you know, maybe if you do it twice in a row, you can get +2 stats, but doesn't look like it. Unique modifier. Then he has a special on his damage, which is all psionic powers are mine to command. Leadership free, choose one, outwit or perplex or probability control. Supremor can use the chosen power until your next turn. 3 of the best, I would say arguably the 3 best damage powers in the game, and he can pick whichever one he wants to use. So that's awesome. He has a 6 range dual target, 8 movement with sidestep is what he starts off with at the 200 point dial. 12 attack with precision strike, 18 defense with impervious, 4 damage with that special. And then at 100 points, 7 movement with sidestep, 11 attack with energy explosion, 17 defense with invulnerability, and 3 damage with that special. I like him. He's a super rare. He's not the most competitive super rare in the set. But just given my love for the Kree, I definitely want to pull one. So when I do my unboxing, obviously I'll talk about figures that I want to pull like I always do. And he's going to be one of them. So we'll be doing an unboxing when the set drops. We'll be on here. Thanks to Lucky Dice Cafe. They're giving us the hookup so that I can do that for you guys. So let's go ahead and talk about the next figure. I would say this is a must-have figure from the set. So mark it on your calendars, highlight it, try to get yourself one because he's going to be expensive. It is Unseen, number 43 from the set. He is 65 points, has the Power Cosmic keyword, has the Cosmic Soldier and Spy keywords. He has improved targeting, ignores elevated, hindering, and characters. So, you know, everything but blocking. He has one trait, which is Creature of Whispers and Regrets, Phasing Teleport, Stealth. When Unseen uses Phasing Teleport after resolution, he can use Smoke Cloud at no cost. So Smoke Cloud is phenomenal. You know, you use your free Smoke Cloud. Free Smoke Cloud, free Barrier are really powerful. Obviously, everybody knows free Barrier is really good. But I think people underestimate how good free Smoke Cloud can be. And this guy doesn't just get like 1 or 2 squares. He gets the whole shebang. Then he gets special on his attack, which is before I only knew your larger misdeeds, now I witness them. Unique modifier: when an opposing character uses Colossal Retaliation to make an attack, modify its attack -2. So, you know, Surtur has 12 attack, so that's down to a 10. It seems like a lot of the new Colossal Retaliators that have been previewed for this set have a 10 attack, so that's down to an 8. And then, depending on, you know, if you're good about your placement of your Smoke Cloud markers, and, you know, you force them to try to Colossal Retaliate, then they're essentially getting a -3. That's phenomenal. I can't fully articulate how good that is. Then he has a special on his defense, which is only to see and not be seen. Super senses, but succeeds on 4 through 6, which is awesome. Then he has a special on his damage, which is interfere in what I witness, outwit, probability control, which are, again, 2 out of 3 most powerful damage powers. Has a 9 range, single target, which is phenomenal. 10 movement with sidestep. 0 attack, 18 defense with the special, and that 0 attack has the special on it, by the way, and 0 damage with the special. He's only 4 clicks long, but for 65 points, this guy's phenomenal. Can call in a bunch of figures. This is a competitive figure if I've ever seen one. So we have, looks like we're down to our last figure that we're going to go over here, guys, which is Wasp, the Heart of the Avengers. She's a Colossal, and she is a title character. She's numbered G011 in the set. She has 3 point values, 300, 150, and 50. She has 1 trait, which is the title abilities. She has 1 keyword, which is Avengers. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're not going to hash out everything that the title character does, but we're going to look at her abilities. So she has 2 +1s, a -2, and a it looks like 10. And she starts off with 5 plot points. So she starts off halfway to that big one. So her first one is keep the Avengers working together like clockwork. Free. Each time an opposing character is hit this turn, after resolution, modify that character's defensive value +1 this turn. Okay, +1 defense if you got hit is not bad. Wait a minute. Each time an opposing character is hit, after resolution, modify that character's defense -1 this turn. There we go. Okay, I can finally read again. So it's for opposing characters, and each time they get hit, it's -1. So, and that looks like that's going to stack. So if you're assuming that it's the standard 300-point game, that third one's probably going to have a -2 to their damage whenever they're coming in, or -2 to their defense when they're coming in, which is good. And you're getting +1 plot points for that, which is amazing. Then she has another one, which is try picking on someone your own size. Free. Choose an opposing character that attacked Wasp, Heart of the Avengers, or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. Place Wasp, Heart of the Avengers, such that she can make a close attack targeting the chosen character. When she does, if the hit, then do so. If the target has Colossal symbol, modify the attack and damage +2. So she has a +1 plot point for Colossal Retaliation, and if she's hitting a Colossal, she gets +2 to her attack and +2 to her damage. So she's gonna hit. That's worth the price of admission alone, at least at the 50-point line. Then she has her -2, could be -1. The picture's a little blurry to me, plus I'm getting old on you. But it is Pin Particles release. Free. Choose Tiny, Standard, Giant, or Colossal. Wasp, Part of the Avengers, and adjacent friendly characters that aren't vehicles gain the symbol until your next turn. So that's pretty good. I think that's a -1 the more I'm looking at it. So that's pretty decent -1 there to change your size to, maybe benefit a few things. Then she has her -10, which is Janet. You're the best chairperson the Avengers ever had, which is free. Remove all action tokens from each friendly character with the Avengers keyword and heal them each 2 clicks. Given what her +1s are, you might actually get there because you're going to want to use them. It's going to be pretty far into the game, but decent overall. So let's go ahead and look at the stats of this figure. Obviously, she has, since she's giant, she's going to have 0 range. She has a 10 movement with Flurry at 300 points, 11 attack with super strength, 18 defense with toughness and indomitability, 4 damage with leadership and colossal. At 300 points, that's pretty good, especially when you consider that she's getting +2 to attack and +2 to damage. If she is attacking another colossal, it's just good. At 150, she has a 10 movement with sidestep, 10 attack with quake, 17 defense with toughness, 3 damage with perplex. Not who, for half my build total, I don't know that I'd go with that. Same thing for at 300 points, I wouldn't build my whole team around her. But these are pretty good, if you were on a bigger team. Now at 50 points is where I'd use her. 9 movement with sidestep, 9 attack, 17 defense with toughness, 3 damage with close combat expert. So she's able to get that 9 up to a 11 on her own without using her +1 colossal retaliation. If she is using her colossal retaliation, that 9's going to be an 11 and she's dealing 5. I love her. I really hope I pull this one. Really good for all the Avengers and stuff like that. So guys and girls, or in the meme world as they're going right now, girls, from the Groot stuff, I probably thought that was way funnier than it actually is. But anyway, so yeah, that is everything that I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video and you want to continue to support the channel, check out the various ways to do that in the description of this video. If you're looking to buy some Heroclix, please visit LuckyDiceCafe.com or visit their Facebook page for to support them, because we like to support those who support the channel. That's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.